Okay, I'm making chicken and dumpling soup, and this recipe is from Lil Luna. And I have 3 cups of chicken, and this is just rotisserie chicken that I have chopped up, kind of diced up into smaller pieces. But you could actually leave it into bigger pieces if you like. But if you have kids like me, you probably want the smaller pieces. So I'm going to add that to my soup pot here. To that, I'm adding 4 cups of chicken broth and 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. So that's 1 10.5 ounce can of cream of chicken. And then I'm going to bring that to a boil. Once it comes to boil, then you reduce your heat. It says, I think, to low. I've turned mine down to about a 3.5. And then you take the lid and cover it and let it simmer for about 5 minutes. Now I have a can of biscuits, and it is 16.3 ounce can. So it's a big can of the 8 big biscuits is what I'm using. I'm using the flaky grands, and I'm going to take each biscuit and then just cut it into fourths. Now I cut my biscuits into smaller pieces, more like 8s, and I think even the recipe said you could do that. So now I'm going to add the biscuits that I cut, the whole can, and to the soup mixture. I've got all my biscuits cut up in there, and now I'm going to add, I have about 3 or 4 medium carrots. I think the recipe called for 3 medium carrots, and one of mine was really small, so I went ahead and just cut up another one. So I'm going to add that also, and I'm going to add 1 can of corn also. Now the recipe did not specify, I don't think, whether to drain the corn, but I always like to drain my corn on something like that. So I've drained my corn, and I'm going to add the can of corn to the soup mixture. I stirred all mine up so that I could get it all incorporated in there together. And then it says, the recipe says to put a lid on your pot, and then let it simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. And you want to stir it a couple times just so the biscuits won't stick together. So I've got my stove turned on about a 3, so I'm just going to put my lid on and kind of watch it for the next 15 to 20 minutes and stir it a few times and see how it does. Okay, this is when 15 minutes is up, and I have checked some of the dumplings, the biscuit dough, and it still probably needs the extra 5 minutes. So it said 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and let it simmer for another 5 minutes, because I did a total of 15 so far. So I'm going to do 5 more for the 20 minutes and check, the dumplings, the biscuit dough then. And I did want to clarify too, in the beginning of the video, I did hold up a can of cream of chicken soup, but I said, mistakenly, I said cream of mushroom. So I just wanted to clarify that it is cream of chicken soup. Just like the can I was holding, I just accidentally said cream of mushroom instead of cream of chicken. So it is cream of chicken soup. Okay, it's been 5 minutes, so now I think the dumplings, the biscuit dough, is cooked all the way through. And I'm going to add, it calls for fresh parsley, but you know me, I always say use what you have, and I don't have any fresh parsley, so I'm just going to add some parsley flakes to it, and I'm also going to add some pepper for my family. The recipe doesn't call for pepper, but I'm going to add some to it. And here is the finished product. There is instructions in the recipe that you can add flour or cornstarch to thicken it. But as you can see, simmering it for 20 minutes that I did, I think it's absolutely perfect. It's not too thin, but I definitely don't want it any thicker. Okay, for leftovers, since it's set, it did thicken up more, even on low on the stove. So I added a little bit of chicken a little bit more chicken broth to mine, just to kind of make it look more soupy, because it was really thick. So there it is, and this will be leftovers.